We didn't cancel the contract. We didn't.
Well, according to my documents, that you canceled that on March the 16th, 2017, and you basically, because Mr. Bankston had an opinion that it needed to be canceled.
Well, there was no contract issued. We pulled back the RFP. We reissued. We started the process.
Why did you get rid of that particular vendor? Because what I understand is that they had submitted a proposal. It was going forward, and one person, Larry Bankston, somehow said that there was a problem there. Governor.
Well, I think that's inaccurate. The licensing contracted board voted to adopt that opinion as its own. At that point in time, the first two finishers.
Does Mr. Bankston's son work for a competing contractor in that?
You know, I've heard that. I'm not certain.
So how can you be so certain about some aspects of this, Governor, and yet seem to have no recollection on the facts and the questions that we have to ask here this morning?
Well, first of all, I think I have pretty good handle on the facts.
So how many people are displaced?
Well, I've answered that particular question as best
No,
I can.
well, you haven't answered it. You've said you don't know.
As best I can this morning, I've answered it for you,
So
Congressman.
were you surprised that you were going to be testifying here this morning?
No, sir.
Then why would you not have the, I mean, we're talking about real people's lives here, Governor. And if you have a compassionate bone in your body, wouldn't you think that you would know the number of people that have been affected by this?
I know the number of people who've been affected, Congressman.
Still.
The question is how many people are out of their homes today. And we don't have any information where we can roll that up and know how many people. We know how many are obviously in manufactured housing units. We know the 250 who are in.
So do you believe that you are without blame of any of the responsibility of getting people in proper housing in the appropriate manner, that you're completely blameless in all this, Governor?
I would never say that I'm completely blameless. And in fact, I said we learned lessons. We could do things better, and hopefully there won't be next time.
But you were sitting there comparing your norms to historical norms.
Well, I was quoting a letter
and
that came from
sometimes
HUD.
when you compare to historically bad things, that doesn't mean we're making much progress.
Congressman, I was quoting a letter that came from HUD that said we were historically fast in the state action plan submission and approval. That's a fact.
All right. Well, we want more information on exactly why this RFP was rescinded, and if there was a conflict of interest, because some of our information would indicate that there might have been. And I'm not asking you, I'm asking you to get back to this committee to help illuminate that particular idea, because if there's a conflict of interest because of bidding improprieties, that's a major concern to this oversight committee. Wouldn't you agree it should be?
Well, it should be if that happened. The RFP was pulled
So you're
back.
saying it didn't happen?
I said if that happened. I didn't say whether it did one way or the other.
All right. But you'll find out and get back to this committee?
Sure, we will find out.
Okay, thank you. Let me go on a little